Hey, I'm going to give you another inside look, okay? Because it's really important, especially in these wild and crazy times, for you to understand that the path to success right now, more than ever, cannot be built on strategy alone, on having nice copy and words alone, on just doing mindset work and love and light style manifestation techniques. It's like, oh no, not during these times. And how do I know that? I know that because I lead about 35 people in building their business right now, intuitively gifted, badass, mostly women, in building businesses during a market when a lot of people say that their coaching businesses are failing, that it's really hard to get clients to pay right now, in a marketplace where a lot of my coach colleagues are really struggling teaching business, because I think it's because they're not teaching business with all three parts. So in this clip, you're going to hear me describe these three parts, and I'm just going to reveal to you what it takes for these breakthroughs that my students have been having. And this is a clip from class, and I don't always share clips from class, but I want you to hear this information because it goes beyond just my mentorship, my class. It goes into what all of us need to be tending right now in order to keep things moving forward in a happy, serendipitous, fully supported, and abundant way. So check it out. Let me know what you think.
Okay. Well, I like to give you little updates once in a while in the world of business and marketing. And today's update is probably brief, but it really comes from my clients, from what I'm hearing from you guys. And I'm hearing from a bunch of y'alls that the way that these breakthroughs are now happening, and I've got like 5 of you right now that have recently had income breakthroughs, business breakthroughs, release of old patterny bullshit that was holding you back sort of breakthroughs. And all 5 of you have either told me or I've witnessed that it's because you're doing all 3 parts at the same time. And this really hit home to me because I was just talking with Vanessa, who's had a major breakthrough. Major breakthrough. I don't know. Are you here, Vanessa? No, not right now. And just without revealing like a bunch of details and stuff, she was like, what really helped with this particular breakthrough was, first, the personal attention with the words, with the clarity, with what I'm really here for. And then the energetic clarity from the 1-day retreat, the pillar of power, stay in your lane. And then the like workflow implementation, right next step clarity from her call with Elena, who really is so good at mapping out like, here's your next step. And also here's how your nervous system will be willing to do your next step. So I just want to reflect how important it is, yes, to do the work in terms of the copy in your Google Doc. Absolutely, of course, because if you don't have that, you don't feel the same level of confidence and clarity to share with people and feel really confident selling stuff. I totally get that. And personalized copy editing, I get how important it is. how much help we all need with the words. It's easier to give words to other people than to find the words for ourselves. And so I get that. And most people come into the mentorship and academy wanting the words, and because it's something tangible. I just want to reflect that the people, when we have breakthroughs, and we all have our breakthroughs, but there's like 5 of you really popped recently. in all 5 cases, it was because you were willing to not only get the words, but to face the energetics that were holding you back before. And in some cases, that was you came to the table kind of resistant. No, I've already tried that. I've already done that. And then you go, wait a minute. No, there is an energetic here that I haven't really surrendered into. And then you surrender into it and whoosh. Then the implementation and doing it in your own way. And that often can feel imperfect. And you can really run up against your own workflow resistance. And I'm very grateful for Elena and how she holds that with and for us. And also the way that Alora brings that to the spiritual journey side, because that was also mentioned by Vanessa, Alora's untangling work that really, we talk about focus in one way of copy editing, and then we talk about staying in your lane in the pillar of power in the one-day retreat. And then she goes to Alora's class where she's teaching the mechanics, the energetic mechanics of untangling as it relates to embracing a focus. And then she goes to Helena's the implementation call and really feels totally motivated and empowered to take the steps she needs to take in the right direction. That's what it takes, y'all. It takes all of it. It's not enough to just go through the motions, the exterior motions of business. Like, we know this. And it's also not enough to sit on our thumbs and like meditate. Is it possible to meditate when you're sitting on your thumb? Willing to try. Anyways, I'm just saying, meditation's important right now and clearing is important, but you gotta have both sides plus action. The plan, the clarity, and the action. Gotta have all 3. And so some of you have been coming to me saying, well, I don't feel like I'm moving forward because but I am having a lot of ahas. I'm doing a lot of the clarity piece. I'm doing a lot of the clearing piece. And I'm like, well, keep at it, because sometimes what it takes is a season of the clearing piece, and then all the clarity drops in, of like the words. Sometimes you've had the words ever since your VIP day 2 years ago, but you haven't felt ready to use them until you finish your clarity piece, until you finish the energetic transmission piece. And then you're like, you know what? I just went back to those VIP notes you gave me like 2 years ago, and I just put them up on my website, and now everybody is hiring me. And I'm like, yeah. And my guides are like, perfect timing. And I'm like, certain nuts ball. But that's just how it is sometimes. So there's really, a lot of trust is needed. And I'm really appreciating the implementation piece and the implementation of the energetic piece. Like, I just love that we give grounded tools here, because if it's just love and light, like without any tools, I'm just like, come on, it's too much of a tease. You got to give me the real thing.